The Bottger Mansion, now an Albuquerque bed and breakfast, can be traced back to the arrival of the conquistadores. In 1706, the property was transferred as part of the Armijo land grant. A 40-room adobe house was originally constructed on the site, and until 1845 it served as the residence of the territorial governor, Manuel Armijo. In 1893, Charles Bottger arrived from New Jersey, where his family owned a store, and he became the manager of the Post Exchange Hotel, owned by Tom Post. Charles Bottger married Tom Post's stepdaughter, Miguela, and ultimately inherited the property. In approximately 1908, the adobe house was demolished to make way for the family's home, the Bottger Mansion. Charles Bottger wanted his new home to contain the most modern conveniences, so it was the first resident in Albuquerque to have gas lighting, speaking tubes to all the rooms, pressed tin ceilings, and a dumbwaiter to the upper floor. The Bottger Mansion is one of very few homes in Albuquerque to have a basement, which was the coal cellar for the central heating system. When it was built, the Bottger Mansion was called the Pride of Old Town. Charles Bottger was even the first resident to purchase an automobile in Albuquerque. Charles Bottger died in 1914, and as the family fortunes declined, Miguela opened the mansion as a boarding house. In the 1940s, Machine Gun Kelly was being hunted by lawmen everywhere. Kelly, his girlfriend, and his gang were headed back to Memphis from California, and they checked into the Bottger under assumed names. They had dyed their hair and purchased new clothes to help conceal their identities. After several days, the owners became suspicious when they noticed that the group always sent a neighborhood boy out to purchase the meals and bring them back to the Bottger Mansion. The police were notified, but were overheard by one of the gang members. The gang left just ahead of the law, but were soon captured. In 1955, a young Elvis Presley performed in Albuquerque and stayed at the Bottger Mansion. In the late 1950s, a prominent Italian family rented the Bottger Mansion for a large wedding. Frank Sinatra was a guest, and he performed in the courtyard. Janis Joplin stayed here in the 1960s. In approximately 1970, after being vacant for several years, the Bottger Mansion was sold outside the family. Over the years, the open front porch was enclosed, and the house became an art gallery, a restaurant, a beauty parlor, and in 1989, a bed and breakfast. The Bottger Mansion remains in virtually its original form, eschewing the popular Pueblo revival style of the rest of Old Town. Located on historic Route 66, the Bottger Mansion is listed in the National Register of Historic Places and is the only lodging in the Old Town Historic District.